For the Son of Man has come to seek and save what was lost. For the Son of Man has come to seek and to save what was lost. Do you ever feel lost in this world? Maybe you were, always on this right track. Basically, you lived your life trying to do good and be good, always trying to live a life of holiness and goodness, following the ways of the Lord as you were taught from a very young child. But then, as life goes on, or things happen, you get distracted by life and fall in maybe some sinful ways. Maybe you stop praying. Maybe you get off course in your life. Maybe you find yourself angry a lot. Maybe you are dealing with things in the world very badly, things that are happening to our people, things that are happening to our families, and you act out, lash out. Maybe you make bad decisions and you make excuses for those bad decisions. And you get this very internal feeling of blasé, blah, blah, blah. You are lost. You don't know what happened, what you're supposed to do, but you know that there is only one answer. And the answer you're looking for is, how can I find my peace and joy and happiness back? So today in our gospel, we have our buddy Zacchaeus, who is looking for something. And he knows and he hears about Jesus. He is looking for him. He knows he needs Jesus desperately. And he sees Jesus as Jesus comes into his town, and Jesus looks up to him and calls him to come to him. Zacchaeus, come down from that tree, Jesus tells him. And he tells him something else. I am going to stay in your house. And I can just imagine Zacchaeus' face. Jesus is telling him, I'm staying in your house, that I know you need me, Zacchaeus. That's what Jesus is thinking. And I want you to know that I am here for you, Zacchaeus. And I'm going to stay with you. Jesus is saying, Zacchaeus, I love you. That love that Jesus offers him, and our knowledge of that love of God, when we receive that love of God, it has converted Zacchaeus, right? Through and through and through. Zacchaeus is converted. Zacchaeus is no longer lost in his sinfulness, no longer lost in his bad life of cheating and stealing, doing bad things. As a chief tax collector, you are kind of a crook, doing very corrupt things. But that was in his past. He tells Jesus, after his conversion, that if he has cheated anyone, I will pay it back 4 times over. I will give half of everything I have to the poor. So Jesus is overjoyed. God wants us to know that he loves us this much. And God wants us to know that he wants us to be with him. God wants you to know that he wants to go to your house, to go to you as well. So let's do a gut check. Let's look at our souls today. Let's look. Is everything okay? Is it pure and white and filled with holiness? Or is our soul a little bit stained, a little bit dark, or even black sometimes? Are we treating people the way we should be? Jesus taught us to treat people with love. Zacchaeus knew that he wasn't treating them with love, and he made that conversion, right? Are we actually loving our neighbors, or do we only love those people who act the way we want them to act the way we act, and we push away or hate others who are different or challenging or mean in our eyes. The key to Zacchaeus' conversion is Zacchaeus gave up hate. Okay, I want you to hear that. Zacchaeus gave up hate. Even if he was hated by all the people around him, he was no longer filled with hate. He turned to Jesus, asked for forgiveness, and he repented, right? He asked for God's mercy and repented. You can even hear that smile, I think, and joy. Even in the gospel, it doesn't say that, but when he has that big conversion, you can feel that peace that just comes over him. Jesus wants that peace and joy and love for you. He wants you to know that he loves you so much and will be there for you always to raise you up. When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come, my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. Jesus, you raise me up to more than I can be. Come to Jesus.